The thing that interests me about the Decarbonisation Summit is, ironically, not the summit in and of itself, but the actionable outcomes that will flow from that, the jobs, the opportunity, the education, the exciting businesses and real world jobs that will flow from it.
I think we both failed. It's a wham bam, thank you ma'am, scenario. I think it's got to be longevity. We did the first one, the second one's come along. So how do we ensure that it's not just a couple of days? How do we ensure that you start to live the Decarbonisation Summit? Might sound a bit corny, living the Decarbonisation Summit, but if we get to that stage, then we're probably halfway through to winning the battle.
From my side, I'm working closely with you. We have a process called Managed Introductions, which is all about getting businesses and local authorities together to start mapping out some really exciting opportunities that will then flow into those real world jobs. Yep. So that's the real yep. plus point from the summit for me.
Yeah, and from yourself, what are the key outcomes that you're looking for the decarbonisation? What went well last time that you want to improve on this time? And maybe what didn't go quite well, in the last time? What are those sort of key criteria that
there are some immediate opportunities and some immediate answers to that question, which I'll come on to. But I suppose the things that will really flow are perhaps 2-3 years down the line, when we see a major EV hub come into existence with some partners that we bring to the Decarbonisation Summit. But in the immediate term, obviously last year we launched the Decarbonisation Summit in Glasgow during lockdown. This year, the exciting proposition is that we're going big in a really beautiful location, the Science and Industry Museum in Manchester. Yeah. Hundreds of people in situ, actually meeting each other face to face with that energy that will undoubtedly flow from that. So in the moment, I'm excited about getting people together to deliver on some real world opportunities. Yeah. But consequently, 2-3 years down the line, I'd like to then go and visit some of your exciting EV hubs and see that real world infrastructure.
It'd be great if you just look at the Greater Manchester Authority. We're on a few frameworks, which is good, which is about ensuring that those technologies are introduced to businesses, whether that be on roof solar or it's solar in and around fields. We've also got some flexibility, large scale batteries that we're looking for. We're engaged within heat networks, and there's a couple of opportunities that we think we've got large scale EV hubs. So hopefully, over the next year, we'll really see that engagement into the Greater Manchester Authority and other cities that will put our footprint firmly on cities, helping them decarbonise and reach their targets and their goals.
Yeah, to your point there, it's going to be exciting to see how perhaps what were previously seen as distinct businesses start to collaborate, battery storage, electric vehicles, large-scale solar, to really deliver some innovative technological solutions that will genuinely have a decarbonisation impact.
We have, and I'm assuming that this can be delivered by more than one party, so this is not just SSE saying that it should be done this way, but we have a mantra about whole system approach. And that whole system is not meant to be complicated. It's how can you integrate, as you said, a hub with a private network, with a flexible generation, with a solar farm, with maybe the heat network. How do you integrate those collectively together, utilising the load of buildings, so you're providing energy when it's needed and how it's needed, and you're providing that green energy not only locally, but you're also using green energy that may be coming into the grid by our offshore or onshore wind farms, or our solar grid facing, or our hydro plants, or our pump storage. That 24/7 green, and knowing where that electricity is coming from, transmitting along the transmission lines into the distribution, picking up local generation to really provide energy when it's needed, how it's needed, more importantly in the right way as well.
You're already making me feel optimistic that the kinds of solutions that you guys are working on are going to really deliver, and hopefully the Decarbonisation Summit will just be a further catalyst for propelling that excellent work.
Totally agree, totally agree.